everyone hear us?
Whoa!
Raise your hand.
We're taking attendance. If I call your name, say yes. The guy comes up to me in the pit. Days. And
You put your arm out like this to block?
What's the guy's name? Stanley Yelnats?
Yeah.
He finds the hole, the pit hole.
Back it up there, holes.
What if they were moshing in the hole, in the movie holes? In the hole?
What if they found...
Why don't they do that? What if they found Meshuggah down there?
What if they found a dead person? That would completely change the movie.
What is the movie about? They're finding gold?
No, they're like...
This movie was made in the
like
1900s.
It's like a camp for like when kids get in trouble, and then their punishment, they just dig holes all day. But the person who started the camp is looking for something. That's why they're digging the holes.
I'm looking for something.
I don't remember
Looking for cooch.
It was a book first, but I don't know how to read.
Yeah, I couldn't. That's why they made it into a movie for all the kids that can't read like me.
Yeah, that's why movies get made, because like, there's people who can't read.
Yeah, there's plenty of people got trouble paying attention.
Yeah.
How are people nowadays,
Touching each other's beepers?
How do they do it? Everyone's staying home on the apps.
Well.
They now have a VR, like a VR dating. People don't even see each other. And then they
Yeah, Meta.
you buy like a glove.
Wait.
Yeah, it's Meta.
Yeah,
You buy a glove, you buy a fleshlight, and there's different types.
You may have heard of Metta World Peace.
Yeah. He created Meta.
Damn it, hold on, I wanted to say, you may have heard of Facebook Meta, but have you heard of Metta World Peace? Remember when he changed his name to that?
Yes.
And I was like, why? He wasn't even... Dude, I feel like the people who, when they change their name, like Chad Johnson to Chad Ochocinco, they're like, okay, well, you're no longer good at the sport. You're playing now.
Yeah, you can't just say your name's something else.
Who is Metta World Peace?
That was
what kind of thing?
Rodney Stuckey. No, that's the Pistons.
It was on the Pacers, right? The
guy
on the Pacers.
Ronald Verrett.
No. It was like Jermaine O'Neal.
Ray J. Stevens. Should we not look it up? Should we find it like Tuesdays?
Yeah, wait, I don't know. I don't think we're on the right track. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. I was like, maybe we'll get KFC. I don't get KFC. KFC's good, dude. I just don't get it.
Promised Tim Hortons, and I still don't have it.
Dude, we can go to there's a Tim Hortons KFC that they just built.
I mean, that wouldn't be
get coffee, you eat a drumstick, and then go take a dump. Yeah. Metta World Peace. One more try before I post it. Oh, I was close with how I was saying Ronald.
Oh, Ron Artest.
What did you say?
Is it Ron Artest?
Yeah, you got it.
Cory got it. Dude, you said Ronald, and I was like, "There's no way it's Ronald." But then,
I was like, "No, it's Ron."
Yeah.
And you were like, "Ron Artest."
Ron Artest.
Corey, accept your award.
Remember when he punched that fucking? He just blew out that fan at the
fucking.
What they call that? The
that
brawl.
Was the Vegas.
The Vegas. What do they call that?
That was the Meta.
It was like the brawl.
There's a horrible band named after him.
Remember that though?
Yeah, the Palace at the Malice.
The Malice at the Palace. There it is.
Malice at the Palace.
I was thinking the brawl down under.
Palace at the Malice and the Malice.
Dude, but I remember that fat ass fan was like coming onto the court, and Ron Artest literally like just. I'm like, dude, what? Why? What an idiot! You're gonna fight an NBA. You're gonna fight a power forward.
Have you seen Ben Wallace? Nobody should have wanted to fight because of the possibility that Ben could be touching you.
Yeah, it could be.
Ben will break you in half.
Touching your peepers.
You know how many women he's broken in half?
Yeah. Cool. Because Saquon Barkley's not playing.
Saquon.
Somebody once told me I'm gay.
And it was me.
Hey, Diesel, you dead.
What was I saying before you said Metta World Peace?
Damn.
Yeah.
People dating.
People getting fucked up dating. That's the new thing. People going meta, and you buy a glove, and you buy like a sex doll or a fleshlight, and it changes. You know, that's the future, dude.
It does?
Yeah, the fleshlight will change based off the lady you're with a.
What's the shit? They have to like scan their pussies?
Yep. You get all scanned up. That's the only outdoor thing we do, but maybe we don't even do that outdoors.
Does the women get a dildo
Maybe.
that scans to your penis, and then the dildo goes,
yeah,
shrinks
and
a
then
lot?
It gets
She's
smaller.
like, no.
It stays like, maybe it goes back to an average thing, and then then it goes to you, and it goes smaller, and they're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But maybe she touches it, maybe it starts getting bigger.
Really, I feel what they should do is
Maybe it starts going.
they should just leave both optimal.
That might be it. You could pick what you want to be like. I have Beyonce's
Or you
body.
pick what you want. You have Beyonce.
I have Beyonce's body.
I'm a
and then
lesbian.
People are like, all right.
I'm actually a lesbian, and I'm Beyonce. I'm Beyonce the lesbian.
Then people don't have to transition in the real body.
Yeah,
they can just do their Metta World Peace body.
Yeah.
They're good
They
to
can
go.
do their Ron Artest body. What's he up to?
You can.
Is he playing basketball in Japan?
He might have
at
for
50.
a minute.
How old is
A lot of those dudes. Stefan Marbury did that, dude.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
He was just dominating over there, and like they had him in animes and stuff, and he's like, "What's up, kids? What's up, dogs?"
His hand.
Blood gushing.
Is that blood or is that jelly? Do you think Daniel Jones is the answer? Just every year.
So many teams are like, it's not. But dude, how quick did Josh Allen look like not the answer one year?
Yeah.
Just the complete answer.
Yeah, dude. And then he was like,
That's why everyone's got hope. That's why people go. That's why people keep Stafford for 12 years. Stafford.
yeah, well, you keep
And
Stafford
never-
for 12 years because you're like, who else do you want us to get?
Former Laker Metta World Peace talks new look Lakers, and I don't know.
Talks
Ron
why
Artest
Kobe.
accidentally left alone on the court with trophy. What?
Why Kobe's death is actually a suicide.
Dude, he was flying. He said, fuck them kids. And then he,
Fuck that kid. Fuck them kids. What? This guy at my work made a like a Kobe like dead joke, and I was like, sweet. Just because, people pushing the boundaries outside of
it's fun.
like people that I'm not used to. You don't expect it.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
You're like, nice, dude.
And then also it feels good because you're like, oh, like not everyone is crying like Twitter
yeah,
at all times.
yeah. Or my friends.
I think I saw some statistic about like how small of an amount of people of the world are actually on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or just even of America. It's so tiny that like when there is an outrage, sometimes warranted, there's a shooting and then there's like a real thing and like or something and people are like, all right, this makes sense. Ooh, it makes sense and all this stuff. But like sometimes when people are just mad about somebody farted on a celebrity, they're like Kanye shouldn't have farted on next to Taylor Swift. He should have took it to the bathroom. Farts aren't legal out here. And then people are mad. I don't know. It's just, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh well.
Because you can look at replies on like any tweet and someone's mad.
Yeah.
And there might be some retweets. There might be none. There might be the guy who's mad, he might be getting roasted. I think that's kind of happening more often. But for a while, there'd be like someone tweets about a player and then someone else goes, wow, you're going to ignore the Vietnamese player on the team? No one's sticking up for Vietnamese NFL players or whatever the hell. And it's somehow like making it a thing. And they're like, what? You're just making a massive stretch. They're talking about this guy's is rookie of the year. They're not talking about the other rookie who's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
And someone just makes some random David Sills. Silly. My brother said I'm racist because I picked up this wide receiver.
Yeah. It's true.
True, dude. Get out of town.
True, dude. Well.
Hey, so the Lions have benched. What? Cory, I'm not kidding. They benched Amani Oruwariye.
Uh-oh.
Benched. He's in a contract year. Now he's a healthy scratch. Like, that's shocking. He's like 80 overall in the game, and Madden
is correct.
So he should be starting. Madden's right. Other inactives, Corey. DJ Chark.
No.
Oh, these are injury related. DJ Chark, DeAndre Swift.
Recon Sniper Dog.
Is that your name in that league?
No.
Should change it. John Kaminsky, all these other people. That's wild. That's wild, baby. No, so yeah, I saw watched Twilight for the first time, not on purpose.
Twilight.
But luckily it was a good setting. I think if you're going to watch a movie you really don't want to watch, or a movie that's so horrible or ridiculous, it's good to be with a bunch of friends talking shit. They had the movie on mute at first, and it was funny that way. But then it did even get funnier. Like, they have some horrible lines in that movie. But the Edward dude, he parks by a mansion, and he just goes, he gets out of the car, normal human speed, and then goes, just like flies around to the other door and opens the door. And I'm like, I mean, you went 4 feet, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't need to just have to show it. Because he doesn't do it when they go to the door. Yeah. And he doesn't do it
all the time.
He goes to the bathroom and he walks around the corner. Yeah, he's not going everywhere. And it's like, that was just totally pointless. And it does feel so much of the movie, or whatever the fuck, the book, all that shit.
I can't read once again.
It's like it's a parody of. It seems such a joke. Every scene, Avril Lavigne or whatever the fuck that girl's name is. Who's that?
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart. She just she's entering rooms looking like she's ashamed that she might have just masturbated, and then she's like about to masturbate, and then she like is masturbating. There's a part where he just starts playing piano and she's shivering, and I'm like, dude, this is bad.
What?
And I'm like, this is bad for kids, like, because this is aimed for teenage girls.
Nice.
So they're reading it.
I wish I was aimed for teenage girls.
They're reading it or watching it, and then they see it. Comedy. They see it and they go, dude, Thor. Dude, people in England look like people in America too.
Whoa.
That's crazy. Fat slobs over in London. And, watching the London game. And then so I'm just, there's children, basically. Young ladies are like, they think this is like romantic, but it's like a horrible relationship. Everyone's so weird. And it's like this, I don't know. And then there's all these women and people that are like, I need a guy who cares like Edward. And then other people just go, oh my God, yes. And then it's like,
yes. What about,
oh, it's the guy I picked up, Cory.
I told you.
He just robbed your guy of a tutter.
Well, no, my guy robbed himself of being out of the game.
Brightwell. Guys, pick him up nationwide. Fantasy football insider.
Is on your side.
Chris Robertson. Look at this. Push up front, diving in the middle, push. He didn't stop. Some players stop. Some players give up. Some players sit down. Some players act
faster.
Some players act like Saquon and they go, oh, my shoulder. And they just go off.
Saquon would have got that touchdown faster.
Yeah, he probably would have leaped over all of them, front flip, landed, full mount. Mount me, dude. But that movie's wild. There's 2 characters that are together in that first movie. They look like no human has ever looked more like they're in an anime than these 2 characters. I don't even know their names, dude. But their hair, they both had the same haircut, short, like guy, girl, short haircut, and it just came out. It was like a bad mom haircut, like short.
Are they vampires?
Yep.
Nice.
They lived in the mansion with the vampires. They're all fucking pale as hell.
Vamp mansion?
Vamp manch.
They're all pale as hell.
They're all
can't
pale.
Go in the sun, dude.
But they all do.
Well, yeah.
Just all the time.
But they can't tan.
No. But at one point, he's shimmery for some reason. They're running in a forest, Oh, yeah, dude. He has her on his back, and he runs through the movie. He runs through the woods like the cheetah in Harold and Kumar Goes to White Castle.
Oh, it just
they
looks
get
so
on the
bad.
cheetah. It looks horrible. They have there's zero suspension happening.
Yeah.
He runs, and it's just straight. His legs are just going like this, and she's on him, and she's probably shivering. She's just always coming. She comes the whole movie. He looks like...
Is she cold? Maybe she's cold.
No.
Do they address
No,
that?
it's like a body. It's like a...
He's like,
and then
you need
she
a
twitches.
jacket?
Part of her mouth. Yeah. That would be... See, there's stuff like that I'm like, man, you could so... I mean, maybe you don't need a whole movie on it, but you think about like Scary Movie and stuff
well,
like
they
that.
had like one of those movies where they like
they
made
do,
fun
they?
of it.
Really?
Yeah. Not. I mean, it wasn't
it's
like
probably
you said.
bad.
It wasn't all making fun of that movie.
They made
but
fun of other shit, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be
they
funny.
They had like the epic movie because they started like just doing.
Yeah.
Oh, not just scary movie. We'll do all the movies now.
Yeah. That's fun though.
I haven't watched them.
Me neither, but
They're probably really bad.
probably. All that stuff ends up being cringy. It's like they're making fun of a cringy thing, and then they're also got their level of cringe.
Yeah.
Cringeness.
Yeah. I'm cringe boy.
They call me Cringy Carl. Coming on down.
Coming on down the road.
What store would I go to? I think I'd go to the Richter store if I was Cringy Carl coming down.
Nice.
Come down to the
Dude.
Richter store.
I went to this wedding yesterday.
Ooh. Was it beautiful?
It was pretty nice, actually. I was at this like little, I don't know, it's like a little barn kind of thing.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
I've been to 2 of those
But I had
this
to
year.
So we literally got changed in the parking lot. Just so funny. Like I get there and I'm just wearing like my
damn.
jeans and like a hoodie, and I'm like,
Damn.
we're changing the parking lot, and we like did that, and then we like,
Nice.
it's like kind of
You
cold.
you're kind of looking at each other like,
It's kind of chilly.
giving each
We're
other
like-
winks. Oh, maybe
No, we're
later.
like-
Maybe
we-
later.
There's like people.
I
and we're
know.
We're like, use the doors as cover.
Yeah.
And we're like walking in,
Yeah.
and we like get into like where the ceremony is because it's cold outside, and we're like, it's windy, it's cold, and we're like get inside the ceremony. We're sitting in the chairs, like, oh, cool. And the building has these big doors on each side, and they're just, I guess, to get better light for like photos and stuff. It's just they're just opening all the doors. So then now we're sitting there, and it's just wind's like blowing through, and everyone's just, dude, everyone's freezing now.
Yeah.
And then like I'm like, this sucks.
This is late
And
in
then,
the year to be
then
outdoor.
they're like walking in. They walk
Late
in. They
in the
bring in like the mom and the groomsmen and the ladies and the wife and everyone
Yeah.
comes in. And then the guy, the guy who does the officiant guy.
Yeah.
He
The
starts
aficionado.
he starts talking, and I was like, all right. I'm like, maybe this would be like a quick one, like boom, boom, they're married.
Yeah.
And he starts just like rambling on. He's like, we're gonna be talking about all the senses, and he's just saying like, this guy is like, this is my time to shine.
Is
Like,
this guy really?
like, he
you
has
know
a
if he's a
binder?
friend of them?
No,
That,
I don't think so.
I've
He's
been
like,
to
I
2
think it's a
this
guy he
year.
hired. They
Okay.
hired.
'Cause I've
So
been-
this guy, he has like a binder that he's reading from, and he's doing his little jokes, and people are laughing. But the only problem I had with it, like, do your jokes, I don't care. But it was just so drawn out, and he's like, how, you can describe a table, you can describe a chair. It's easy
Really?
to describe things. But how, if someone never been to Cedar Point, how would you describe that to him? Well, you probably just like he like starts doing he's like, you the. He's like doing like the sound effect, the roller coaster, and he goes,
No.
and he goes, dude, this is, I thought it was funny.
No.
He goes, which between you and me, I don't know if he said that, but he's
Yeah.
like, just, I feel like that noise doesn't have to exist. That noise is just there to fuck me. You go, oh, I made a bad decision. I made a bad decision. And everyone's like laughing, and I go, no, that noise is like the safety mechanism for like so you don't go backwards down the hill.
Yeah.
I
It's
said,
a normal.
I said
it's
to
something-
Jen, and Jen was like, oh, Cory doesn't know comedy. And I was like, it was a bad joke.
Yeah, it's bad.
I was like, if it's a good joke, then I'll overlook.
Yeah. Well, you don't even think about looking at stuff.
Yeah.
You just laugh.
Yeah.
Like when
But
Brian
dude, and
Regan
then
talks
Jen
about
got,
Pop-Tart.
dude, after
You just
we
laugh.
talked about it, because Jen goes, I'd be so mad. Because at one point he goes, now picture this, you're at a funeral. And she goes, if I'm getting married and this guy brings up a fucking funeral.
This is bad.
Yeah,
I mean, both
dude.
things are bad.
Because he's like talking about he's going through the senses. And he's like, you're at a funeral and it's a veteran. They serve their country.
yeah.
And they do the 21 gun salute. And you know it's going to happen, but you jump anyway. I'm like, this guy's just talking. And I'm just like, marry them. Oh my God, it's cold.
I've never seen that.
Dude,
Like,
it's crazy.
Do you think? So for mine, do you think Caitlin talked? So Caitlin was
That was
probably good. Yeah, probably like.
Yeah, you
just
don't
the
want to
right
be
amount.
too quick where it's like, all right, you guys married? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But like,
You have to do something. It's a ceremony.
you could say
have
a
to say
couple
something.
things about, whatever. But then, yeah, boom, boom, let's go.
Yeah.
The ceremony just, boom, we're done. And it was cold. And maybe if it wasn't cold, I would be like, whatever. But I'm sitting there like this. Like, it's the wind. It's just, because there's giant, picture a room, but then the wall is just like, there's like, all the way down, it's just a giant hole on both sides. So it's just breezes cutting through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there. At one point, me and Jen we're like standing outside because we're going to have cocktails out in the courtyard. And I'm like, we can't go in the building yet?
Yeah.
I look at Jen and I was like, we're standing there. I go, you want to go sit in the truck? We sat in the truck for like 15, 20 minutes because we're like, it's just cold. I don't want to stand outside.
Yeah. So the one we went to was the 17th of September, not that long ago, but it was perfect weather. So
yeah, man. Like if it was like 10 to 15 degrees
2 weeks ago
warmer, yeah, I would have been, this is fine. I'll fucking sit here all day.
They picked the date. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, sometimes around this time it's warm. Michigan, well, it's Ohio, but
So I have a suit that's a little warmer.
I need to get a couple more.
Now,
I want to get a couple more.
Yeah, I'd do that.
But it's weird because we literally only knew the bride and groom.
Yeah,
So like I just knew like it was like I've never been somewhere like that where like I don't know any because like the bride and groom they're off doing their own thing. So it's not like oh we just hung out with them the whole time because that's not gonna happen. Yep. So we just sat at our table. We like didn't talk to anybody and we're like I mean which is fine. I don't care. I'm an antisocial guy. I'm not trying to meet people. I'm not trying to be friends with anybody here. Like we're just here for the bride and groom.
I'm not looking for a fuck.
Yeah, the food is pretty good, and then they had this little ice cream trailer outside. Like this lady, you pick like a few different flavors that you like hire her to have her like parked outside.
Truck.
Yeah, you walk out and like you just get to.
Could have done an ice cream truck.
I had the cinnamon ice cream. It was delicious, dude. And then their cake was pretty good, but at one point I just kept like
ice cream truck.
Jen like felt
Going
bad,
back in time.
So like we were staying longer because she's like, oh, I just like I understood where she was coming from. She didn't want to just leave, but I'm like, in my head, I'm like, we're just hanging out with each other.
Yeah,
like we could do this in the truck right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like
sex.
We stayed. Yeah, we stayed through every. I started calling them phases. I was like, we've been through every phase. Where you got the dinner phase, then the cake cutting, and then like the first dance, and then they finally got to the okay, now it's dancing.
You're giving
the rest of the night.
You're giving her therapy.
So then we did a slow dance, and then after so once we did the slow dance, in my head I went, okay, we've done everything wedding.
Did you do a bop around dance?
No.
Oh come on!
I don't bop, dude.
I know.
Only when there's like people.
But it's fun to me. For me, this is how I get past it. Is I go out there and I look around and I go, I'm gonna imitate this person, and then no one knows, but I'm actually making fun of in my head.
Well,
I go, oh, this person's doing the basketball shots. This other person's doing a side to side.
So
one guy's bowling or something.
There was a kid there.
Dice.
I don't know. He's probably like I'm sure he's like a teenager. And
Saquon's back.
Is he?
Saquon's back.
Down the field.
Oh!
Don't punch him in the shoulder. He hurt.
Saquon's back. He wants that tud.
Yeah.
He needs that tud back.
He has a little rap thing.
Sorry, this is boys watching lawn.
Anyway,
football.
Dude, I want to tell you this. It's funny.
All right.
So we go. There's a kid there, probably like teenager, and he's probably like, has autism or whatever.
Me.
And I noticed him way later, but Jen noticed him earlier, and I guess because Jen told me later. She goes, "Oh, at one point the guy in the fedora, he was like walking towards us, but he was going to get in line." But she's like, at first, she's like, I thought he was like walking towards us to start a conversation, and I was like, oh God. And then I looked over at him, and when I saw him, I go, oh, that guy? And she's like, yeah. And I go, oh, that's funny. But then when I looked at him, I go, oh, like immediately I'm like, oh, he has like autism or whatever, or he has something.
Was he like playing with his food and?
No, you could just tell.
Was Jen about to be like, why is this guy gonna mess with us?
No, but dude, hold on. So later,
other stories.
So like later, all the kids are like dancing around all weird. This is before dancing started, but the music. So the kids are dancing around, and then he like went out there and he was like doing like little dancing, but like obviously he has whatever. So
something.
It's cool. And then I just kept calling him I was like, oh Jen, your boy. I kept saying your boy because she and then she was like, stop it. And then she goes, I think he has. And I go, yeah. no
Yeah.
shit. And she starts dying laughing. And then later she goes, I really need to like start figuring out how to tell the difference between someone who's like someone who has something and someone who's just weird. I go, yeah, I don't know. It's so easy. I could like that one story at Applebee's where she like thought us whatever, like, I think they're doing this thing. I turned around, looked at them for 1 second and went, Jen, that person is mentally disabled. And she's just, no. And I go, how can you not?
I had,
Dude, that's so funny.
what was that, were you with us?
That was B-dubs, right?
Yeah,
That was
but
funny.
we were at the bar, right?
No, they were at the bar.
They were at the bar.
We were
So I
at
looked
the-
over and I was like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
they
that
were
guy
like going-
doing? Yeah, some guy was chewing wild.
Yeah.
He was like, I was like, why is that guy fucking just chewing like that?
Yeah.
And then I was more focused on the action.
Yeah.
I wasn't diagnosing the guy's eye width
Yeah.
or facial structure or anything. I was just like, this guy's just making massive chomps.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is he doing? And Cory's like, Chris.
Yeah, like I went like this.
Chris, he's
Yeah. And you're like, no.
I was like, oh my God. I was mad at myself
Yeah.
for having any sort of annoyance at this person. And
Yeah.
then now it flipped. Now I'm like, oh, I'm just having a good time.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I have another quick story. I feel like I'm hogging.
Dude, they did this again. No, there's no hog. All right.
Did you score?
The only hog. Fuck. What the fuck? There's
Oh, did he get a face mask?
I think he was asking for a face mask.
It looked like
Ryan
it.
Dable's going at it.
He's going to suit up. Oh, they called the penalty on them.
Fucking holding or some shit.
Great, now Saquon's not out there.
No. We need Sake.
All right, that's good. Get close.
Get close and get the ball back to Sake.
Anyway, so as you know,
You're not
I had
hogging.
kidney stone
I'm
stuff.
hearing you.
So I had a procedure.
I'm here for you.
They put a stent in. So then
Is that in your dick?
It's not what the stent.
I don't know what anything
It's
is.
in like the kidney area. It's like the.
Talk to me like I'm 5.
It's like the tube that connects the bladder and the kidney.
Yeah.
That's where the.
They put a
stent
hole in your
is.
body?
No.
I don't know
Let
anything.
me explain.
Sorry.
I didn't know either. I just hear stent. I think because that's what a stent is on like the heart. It's like a tube that connects. Well, this is different. This is a different stent. I'll explain it in a second.
I'm crying.
Let me get to the main. This part's gonna make you want to crawl out of your own ass.
Cory's talking, and I'm
Dude,
crying.
So I did my surgery, which you're out for. So cool. I'm asleep. And then after everything, whatever, they call and they're like, okay, so we need to set up the you need to get the stent removed. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, it's this time here. And I'm like, so I'm like, I don't need to like bring anybody with me. She's like, no, you just come to the office. And I was like, oh, so I'm going to be awake for this. And then my dad had it done before. He goes, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, it's not great, man. Or he's like, it's quick, but it's like not, he's like, yeah, it's weird. And I'm like, oh fuck. So like I go there. And then the lady, so I go there, I'm in the room, and I'm in there with this nurse.
I think Saquon scored.
Yes.
They're all clapping him.
So I'm in this room with this nurse.
Cory's team is
And
unstoppable.
she
It's
goes,
a joke.
so first I have to pee in a cup, so I do that. And then she goes, all right. She's like putting this drapery around the door. And she's like, all right. She's like, she's about to step out. She's like, just like take all your clothes off from the waist down. And I was like, okay. And then she can then put that sheet around you. So I'm like, all right, here we go. And I took clothes off, had the sheet around me. And then I'm like laying in this like chair, like bed thing, you're like laying down. And then she comes back in. And she has like this drapery thing. It's like a little like cloth, those like cloth surgical drapes, and it
put
has
over your
and it's
section.
like literally a square. And my fucking dick and balls is just in this window. It's just in like a window, dude. So I'm just like in this window, and then she takes this like syringe that has like she says like lidocaine, like a numbing thing, and she's just like handling my fucking my peener, and she's just injecting this stuff in there, which I was like all like this, like
This is so crazy that people have to do this.
yeah. So I was like ready for like this to be the worst. It wasn't that bad. I was just going, So then she's like, all right, and then she leaves. So I'm just sitting there in my
Was
dick.
there any growing happening at all?
No.
I know, because like you're
It's
upset.
the most like non-sexual
Yeah,
thing
you're
ever.
anxious.
And I'm like
it all sucks.
and I'm like still in like
You're-
pain.
You're
So I'm like,
almost cold
Yeah.
too, maybe. Sometimes you're cold because you're wearing one piece of.
no, I mean I was good. I
Tarp.
wasn't cold.
Okay.
But so then she comes back in, and the doctor comes in.
If you ever see my penis, I'm
So
always cold.
The doctor comes in, and he has like this form, this like release form thing. Basically, how you always have to sign like, oh, just
Yeah,
in case
in case your dick
because you
falls
could
off.
get an infection, yeah, stuff like that. So like I'm signing this piece of paper, and my dick is just in a window.
That's so ridiculous.
It's crazy.
That's what happened to me. I show up. No. I'm about to have my surgery on my knee the next day. This is like similar, I guess.
Yeah.
They called me the day before. How are you going to pay for $2,500? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm already like, I could be dead. And like, that's why they asking me.
Yeah.
That's why they asked.
Hold on, before you go there, how are you going to pay?
Yeah, before you die, maybe in here, we
So
might kill you.
I signed this paper while my dick is in a window, and then we're getting to it. So he has like this big thing that has like this two
Dick windows.
So
the
there's
name
like
of the
it's
episode.
like a camera and like a like a thing or whatever, and then there's a screen there, and he goes, "Oh, they're like, oh, do you want to watch?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." And then they're like, "Okay." And he's like, "Do you want to see the stent afterwards?" And I was like, "Not really."
Am I a little kid?
So then he's going in there, and it feels like kind of weird, but nothing hurts yet. But like he said, but he even told me, he's like, what hurts is when we go by the prostate.
So
when they're like in there and they're getting by the prostate, that's when you start feeling like a pinching kind of like it's like. So he goes past that, and I'm like,
cry.
So then once he gets past the prostate,
is this in your? I don't know.
Yeah, it's going in my penis.
I was making sure I wasn't.
So dude,
because I have ADHD
through the prostate. So
Okay.
then that sucks for like a second, but then it goes away. So far it's not bad. The prostate part's bad. And then I hear he's like, okay, all right, it's move over just a little bit, and then he goes, okay, open it up, and then okay, close it, and then so he clamps it on the stent, and then as soon as he has that stent, he just and I can feel it pull away from my kidney, so I feel a weird pain, like not really like a pain, but like a weird
like suction.
like it's like a weird like you know, like when you go down a hill on your car and then like to drive, it kind of felt like that.
Your organ
and then
dropped,
it comes through the prostate, which sucked, and it was, and then I'm just laying there like, oh, and then as that's happening, this feeling of like lightheadedness, chilled, and nausea washed over me.
Blood.
I'm just like, oh,
that's my thing.
man.
Blood.
And then so he's like, all right, all done, and he goes, here it is. He showed me the stent. It's this long, like, wire that has curls. The thing was this fucking long, dude. I literally said out loud, I said, what the fuck? Like, I said that.
Yeah.
Because he's holding it. He's like, yeah, that was it. And then he's like, all right, have a good day. And he leaves. And then the nurse is still there. And then she's like, are you all right? And I go, not really. I was like, I'm lightheaded and I feel nauseous. She's like, all right, we'll just lay there. Because I'm like, oh my God. And then finally, like,
She give you a Coke. That's what
she got me the water. So I'm drinking the water.
Drinking this Coke.
It came back, and then I was like, all right. But, dude, that experience was crazy.
Was that what was shortly? So you got the stint one day, and then you went and this happened?
The stint was when I had the surgery, and then, or when I was put under.
Was that like right after our vacation?
Yeah. The stent was put in on the Wednesday after.
Oh, okay.
And I had the kidney stones were like blown up.
So you went to the ER, and then the next day you had the surgery?
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, the ER was because I was like, I don't feel good.
Yeah,
I just want to check. I was like, yeah, I just like don't feel good. I just
tell
want
you
to
to
make
do
sure.
that.
And then they're like, yeah,
he's not a pussy, dude. They're telling you to do it.
Dude, I seriously go in there, and the doctor at
goes, "Are you a
like the
bitch?"
nurse practitioner was like, I was kind of to explain my feelings. She's like, okay, and I go, I know, I called. They wanted me to come here, and she was like, oh, okay. I was like, I know, I'm fucking. I know it's stupid that I'm here. Like,
they want me to...
ordinarily, I would never show up to anything for this, but you know. But
dude,
those are my two stories that I
had. The New York
had.
Giants head coach is my dad.
His name is Rick Marnacki.
Rick Marnacki.
I was promised Tim Hortons.
I promise Cory Tim Hortons every week.
You already know what I want.
Ooh, are you getting a sandwich?
No.
What the fuck?
I had one yesterday, so I don't want another one.
Did I? I had a sandwich. I'll get a wrap.
I'm going to get a bagel with cream cheese.
Maybe I should do that.
I'm going to get an Asiago cheese bagel with cream cheese.
Wrong.
Yeah.
No, dude, dick window. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the whole time I'm like, my dick is in a window.
Oh, do you want to watch? Dude, I wish I could have watched my knee surgery.
You're just awake going like this. Ah! Ah! Just like watching the screen just so you
Skin
can
flaps open.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, dude. If I had to, if I actually was awake to watch my surgery, they would make this
they wouldn't
big
even
incision.
need to put you under because you would just be keeping.
I would put myself under in a fucking second.
You would be keep waking up going.
They would make because they made the lines. They're like, this is where we're gonna cut, and they put some up here by my cock. No, they put all the lines, and the guy was like making marks, and I was like, yeah. And then as soon as they go, all right, we're making our first. We wouldn't even get to it yet.
Yeah,
we're about to make our first incision. they'd hear me snoring. You know, sometimes when people get knocked out, you hear them snore immediately. Yeah. And that's like one of the shocking things.
That's crazy.
That people like, because it sounds like they can't breathe well too, so it kind of scares people.
Yeah, it is.
So I guess that's something that, like, when someone gets knocked out in the football field, that's happened. Like, so Tua hits his head, and they're like, scary
is
days.
anything happening with that? Is that investigation over?
I don't know. That stuff was rough.
I mean, you listen to Pat McAfee, so I don't know.
Yeah,
They like talk about, like, is anyone getting like in trouble?
So they were on the side of like, look, everyone, even the coaches, even Tua himself, even his friends and like players on the team were like, oh, I dropped it. Players on the team were like, I mean, we talked to him, he seemed all right. And like, that's the fucked up thing about concussions is that, like, I got probably one concussion ever. Oh, yeah. And I got it from going to a hardcore show and getting punched in the face, and my vision did black out. Yeah. For a moment, and it was nuts. And I don't remember like where I moved to stand, but I got out of the area.
Yeah, I'm sure you were like,
yeah. But I got out of the area, and I was like standing there.
That's why you have like professionals.
Yeah, but so like they did the wrong thing in the moment. Yeah. But since that happened, they talked to him, and so what I'm saying is like the next day after I had that thing, you would talk to me, and they would do the eye test. They do whatever test they do, and you would seem coherent and totally normal. Yeah. So they did that with him, and he seems totally normal. And it's like, yeah, you can, like AB, Antonio Brown seemed totally normal for a long time. Yeah. Now Antonio Brown is not normal. Yeah. And that is because he's been murdered over the middle. There's several highlights of like Vontae's Burfict and some of these other defenders who have slaughtered him over the middle. And this is why his brain is deteriorated and he's flashing his cock and ass. Did you see he tweeted somebody made an art of like some kid, it looked like a kid's book. And it has the dad leaving the house. And he's walking to like go to work almost. Oh, yeah. And they edited it to it's Tom Brady's face, but still cartoon looking. So it's Tom Brady leaving the house. Giselle is in the house by the front door, like saying bye. And then Antonio Brown is in the house. He tweeted this like this morning. Like he can't stop being most irrational. Yeah, I saw. What's that guy's name who does the show with
CTE. Skip? Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Skip and Sharp.
I don't like him, but I saw him post a thing where he was like going off about AB, and he was like, "You're gonna talk about Tom Brady's wife, the only guy who gave you another chance."
Yeah, he was the guy sticking out for you.
Yeah, and you're gonna fucking
so he's doing it even more. So I'm just saying he has clear CTE. If they examined his brain, if he died tomorrow, checked his brain out, it would at least be an 80-year-old Alzheimer's patient. Yeah. There's no chance his brain is any better than that.
Is he like, I don't know. Is there anyone in his corner going like, hey man,
I don't know. He probably doesn't really have many people in his corner. He probably has total dickheads in his corner who are just using his money.
Yeah, probably.
Which is another unfortunate thing. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying about CTE is that like in the beginning of your first few concussions or whatever, earlier in your life, you can seem normal the rest of the day. That's why he should have. That's why they fired the guy who was like overseeing the NFL. Yeah. But I bet you he's like, I mean, that's the protocol you guys all agreed to. Yeah. We checked them. He said he nodded. He followed the thing. He seemed fine. Yeah. So like our little protocol. So we let him go back out. But it's like, so maybe they changed the protocol because it's got to be. We just saw the back of his head, which is worse than any other part of your head. Then his leg gave out, and then the same thing happened last Thursday to Naheem Hines. I put money on the guy getting 40 yards.
Yeah, that looked bad.
And he would have gotten it. His first carry, dude, he fucking... And the problem is they tell the NFL players, they're like, hey, I don't know if you heard this, but they'll tell players. So they do that testing now. So they do it. They test all these players pre-concussion. Not everyone's going to get a concussion, but they test everybody. Where's this level at? And they have
Yeah.
some sort of scoring system. Recorded for all these people. So now they're actually, players are telling other players, hey man, or coaches even too.
I'll just like do
hey,
it slower.
you don't have to like be a fucking genius with your test.
Yeah, so
like,
then
whatever,
that way.
So that people are purposely, they're setting themselves
Scoring
up
bad.
to not.
Yeah, so they
Because
if they get a concussion, they'll still pass.
Well, because there's been guys, I guess, that have just been like, their head's not dinged up, but they're tired from the game.
Yeah.
They're thinking about plays all game. They're tired from the game. They scored really well in their test, and then a spotter, someone says, hey, check number 29. That guy gets checked out, and he, like, isn't as perfect. And he's like, well, I had nothing happen to my fucking head.
Yeah.
I'm totally exhausted
Yeah.
and whatever. So he might be a little slowing his reaction to whatever test they do. And so that's why coaches are like, I'm not trying to lose fucking Aaron Rodgers because he tested too damn good. And now he farts on the sideline, and they're like, well, you didn't fart the first time we did this test. And then
He farts on the sideline.
the whole sideline evacuates because his insides are dying.
He's got what did he take? The
hibiscus, ayahuasca.
Mescaline? Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
He's got the ayahuasca farts.
Oh, speaking of that, it does give you farts. There's been studies. No, I'm kidding. But Alan Lizard, when he scored his first touchdown, he sat down and crossed his legs and did like a Buddhist thing. I just love all like the like enlightenment type of celebrations because of Aaron Rodgers doing ayahuasca. Whoa, dude, look, you kidding me? On the quarterback? You kidding me, coach? But yeah,
I wonder what they're
CT's
talking about
nuts,
right there.
dude. Aaron will tell us Tuesday, the Pat McAfee show.
He better.
I can't believe they're losing.
Yeah. I don't understand this New York Giants team.
You know, this is the first time both teams have been winning when going to London. They always have it like the bad teams.
Yeah.
And this is the first time Green Bay's sacrificing a home game. And I guess the reason they haven't played in London yet was because no team wanted to. Yeah, I think teams didn't want to play. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I got tipped high. I got tipped really high. Cameraman was foolish. But, yeah, no team wanted to. I don't know. Yeah, they said something like they didn't want to play. First off, a away game is lame. But a lot of these away games have felt almost like neutral field for most teams. But because Green Bay's got such a big fan base, off his face, in the face, they didn't want to. That guy was ugly. They didn't want to happen to play here. And then the whole place it actually is a home game for the Packers.
Dude, you got to do like a quick inside route, probably.
Tipped again. The game's over.
Wow.
I mean, there's a minute. They got timeouts. Dude, Rodgers does not get tipped at the line, and he has been
twice in a row.
Twice in a row. He is not. Normally, the short guys are known for that. Kyler Murray, Russ
the big bus or Russ the little bus.
See that guy hold his nuts? Dude, Daniel Jones.
I mean, at some point, this New York Giants team is going to start getting smashed, right?
That wouldn't even been good anyways. Oh, did you see that? That was the audible. Him pulling his, I swear to God, him pulling his sleeve was a sign to Lazard, I'm going your way. You know, be fucking ready. But the D lineman for the New
York Football Giants.
Is that what they say, football Giants?
I think so.
They don't say New York Football Team Giants?
What is up with his hair, dude?
Yeah, he has like really long hair on the top. Like a goofball. I wouldn't be able to believe it.
There's no, yeah. If you would have told me the Giants would be 4-1.
It is insane. Yeah, I would have told you to fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
And just immediately, dude, the Giants would be, fuck you.
You're a fucking dipshit. You don't know anything about football.
I don't know anything.
All I know is I was promised Timmy Hortons.
I don't know that much. All I know is oh, I put a note down. I forgot what I got here.
Are you gonna tell me?
Dude, oh yeah, we also after the wedding, we drove 30 minutes out of our way to get Raising Cane's.
Again?
Dude, I love it.
Dude, you haven't had Uncle Joe's chicken or whatever the Crab Shack chicken, whatever the fuck it's called.
Well, yeah, you never take me.
I've got to take you. Gotta take you, boy. I gotta take the boys.
Not
it's
the
good.
Boys. I don't want Drew to go.
So you think Raising Cane's chicken is juicy?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Oh, yeah, I know you think it's good, but I'm talking about the concept of juice.
This is why I like Raising Cane's. Because it's a fast food place, but like, it's just, you can go there and get quality chicken strips. And then the sauce is good. They give you these nice crinkle cut fries that are good. And then you get a piece of fucking Texas toast.
Yeah.
This is good.
I'm hyping it up, but that's why I wanted to take you to Uncle Joe's Chicken. They do the same thing.
Is it the same exact thing?
It's like the same thing, dude, but a little more like so that was like really like nice in there. Like obviously they're a company and they're doing things well.
Yeah.
Uncle Joe's Chicken's a little more like we fucking let the grease sit.
Fucking dirt bags.
We let the grease sit on this shit, or the shit sit on the grease. Oh, they're trying to fight, dude. We boys? Oh, we dogs? Bark, bark. Dude, Saquon's a dog. Can't yell it into the mic.
Why do I have sleeper notifiers?
People making moves, shucking and jiving,
shucking and
weaving and
shucking and fucking shucking and you think Drew will give Kittle up for a third round?
Yeah, right. Dude, give him a second, dude.
You think he'll do that?
Dude, you'll win 3 years in a row. I'm mad.
I give up all my picks for just players that are solid right now.
How about this? Dalton Schultz, my tight end, is younger.
Yeah?
I was trying to trade him to Trev Dog.
For what?
I was trading Schultz and a second. And I was trying to get A.J. Dillon. I was trying to get his running back. I did look at your team, but I was like, Cory already said he doesn't want to give me anybody. So I was trying to, I'm giving whoever needs a tight end, I'm giving you a starter at tight end. I'd like a starter. Something I can use.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. I just clicked on my team.
Dude, Mark has 3 first-round picks next year. If there are, like, clear monsters next year.
Oh, you're right here.
Uncle Joe's
I'll take Joe
Chicken
Burrow.
Fingers. There's one in Southfield. Uncle Joe's Chicken Fingers. Maybe that's the one I went to.
I'll take Joe Burrow. Dude, Russell Wilson.
Joe Burrow's my guy.
8 points. I almost
take Russ.
I almost took Russ from him.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I did not know he'd be this bad. It sucks. I really wanted to trade him, and now no one's going to fucking want this guy. He was the guy. He was top fucking 5 quarterback fantasy.
I mean, dude,
forever.
I look at these tight ends, and it's like...
Well, Dalton was like hurt, banged up this year, but he's been sick.
But I mean, I've looked at like tons of tight ends. I looked at tons of tight ends.
Get Kittle, and he'll be hurt every other week.
I look at tons of tight ends, and it's just like 5 points. And they'll have a game with like 15. And I'm like, okay. So that one game, he did good.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Even Kittle.
But that's why I'm like surviving, because someone's not like, I'm winning the league because of my tight end. Unless you have like Travis Kelce 3 years ago.
No, because tight ends aren't as consistent.
Yeah.
If you have a Diggs and a Cup and a Saquon and a Najee Harris
and
I'm not making this team up.
Calvin Ridley, who's suspended.
Yeah. And
imagine
there's other guys. You have Connor. This is a real team that in a 12-team league that's unheard of. I look at your team and they have to punt actually. Oh shit! I'm gonna take a safety. What if they lose?
That'd be sick. Dude, Hail Mary. Aaron Rodgers has done it before.
What if,
Against us.
guys, what if that punter...
Guys?
Yeah, everybody listening.
Yeah.
The punter on the Giants, 27-22, 10 seconds left. Or actually, it was like 20 seconds left, or maybe 15, 16. But the punter ran around and then got a safety. What if he got nervous and just saw people and went, oh, forgot about the game plan where he's supposed to run out of bounds and take a safety.
Yeah.
And, if he forgot about the game plan because he thought he was going to get tackled,
And
freaked
threw
out,
it.
and then threw it. And now the Green Bay gets the ball at the 1 yard line. Oh, yeah, we got to go get some Tim Hortons, dude.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm
We got some time.
Oh,
Look at
dude.
this.
Oh, I want to tell. Nice. I want to tell everybody listening. I thought this was against the Giants.
Oh,
No way,
2016.
Cobb caught it.
I remember that. I remember that play.
Dude, he's going to Cobb.
Dude, Dude, I remember that play.
Yeah, dude, in that wild card game, it was also in London. So, no, I listened to there's a podcast called Taste Buds, which great name, hilarious. Taste Buds. They argue over food typically. Sometimes they argue over other things, and I was like, I love this idea. And it's Sal Volcano and Joe DeRosa, New York comedians.
Yeah, nice.
It's great. I've checked out a couple episodes. The episode about Coke and Pepsi is great because they're so definitive where it's like Pepsi's clearly better.
Yeah.
And the other one's like, I mean, Coke's clearly better. Are you fucking kidding me? And then they're like, why do you think McDonald's, the ruler of fast food, what do they have?
Yeah.
They have Coke. Coke's better.
Yeah.
And like they just argue back and forth, and they have so many good points. They go back to commercials. They're like, "What about the polar bear? The polar bear?" And they're fucking.
Speaking
It's
of,
good. It's fun. It's a fun show.
Oh, sorry. Were you...
I just wanted to say that it's a fun show, and then they had an episode about what the fuck was the episode about? It was about some other shit, like not food. It was something else. But Joe DeRosa couldn't be on, so they had Ian Finance on or Fidance, whatever. Fidance. So he's a funny dude. He also is into a lot of hardcore music and stuff, and punk music stuff. So that's cool. I like him because of that. He's always like, "Yeah, I like the Bad Brains. You ever listen to them?" And he's crazy, but they throw some shade at Joe DeRosa because he like is so obsessed with not just Coke, but he loves McDonald's. He has his own sandwich shop in New York, by the way. But it's funny that he loves that he has that, but then he's like, I actually love gourmet McDonald's.
I mean, McDonald's is good.
Yeah, it's good. And so the reason they're serving billions worldwide. I gotta see this place. This is crazy.
Yeah, we gotta.
I might have a
possible hair.
He's getting sacked. Oh no! Throw it. Oh no! Oh, he's hurt. That's what I was afraid of. Rodgers is hurt, dude. Oh, he's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine. It looked like his right arm was hurt, but then he.
His line's trash. Seemingly.
Yeah, he kind of hurt his hand. Saw him shaking his hand. All right. Daniel
Dude,
Jones
anyway, I saw this thing.
Oh no! All right, I just wanted to say I was bringing up the show. The show's a good show. Check out the pod. But they made a joke about McDonald's, and they somehow talked about like the clown and how you don't see Ronald McDonald anymore.
Yeah.
You don't really see the clown anymore. And then Ian like had more information than expected. Like he knows why.
Oh.
And so the episode turned into like a huge Ronald McDonald episode rather than them arguing. Like they did in the beginning. They were going back and forth, disputing like what's better, or whatever the episode's about. But then they went all about Ronald McDonald. He has like a cousin who was like the Ronald McDonald. They have like regions.
Yeah.
And states and stuff. And like he's like the one Ronald McDonald. So he's got a cousin. They call him. They have a conversation with him about like, all this stuff. It was just so interesting. Like
they call him.
they call the guy and they talk to him and he gives them all the details about like the life of being Ronald McDonald, and they even take class. So not only these people go to like clown school to do like magic and clown stuff,
Yeah.
and then you have to learn even more when you become a Ronald McDonald. Dude, they get paid. This is back then. They got paid $60,000 a year salary.
Oh, that's pretty good.
They got great benefits and stuff. And then they would he goes, you could visit basically, and not even basically, you could just visit any McDonald's you want, like as Ronald McDonald, and then you can just act like you wanted. He goes, it's funny. He goes, you can do anything. And then I immediately was like, well, that's kind of gross. But he's like, you can do it. I mean, no, literally, you can walk up. Like I just would start giving people back their change. And like the kid, and if there's any kids there, they all fucking love it. Yeah. He's like, you hand people their, like I'd just be handing people their food.
So you just walk in McDonald's, you're like, I will work here.
Yeah, I just start working here, and like you get paid salary. So he's like, he goes, dude, and then when you got to call off, like no one's like, oh no, we needed Ronald today.
Yeah,
like you could just like not work.
Yeah. Oh no.
Use some sick days.
So like
fine.
The job is just going to different McDonald's.
Like they do events. And stuff. Okay. So there's a lot of events and stuff, but the episode was so intriguing, and like Sal Vulcano's losing his mind. He's like, dude, I could have another hour and a half with you today talking to you about stuff, because he did have a lot of great questions. It's kind of, I couldn't even think of those on the spot. He had like all these great questions, and they were taught lines to say because they're not allowed, like, because they would get McDonald's prepared for this. They'd have customers saying like, you guys are contributing to obesity in children and all of America. And then he'd be like, that sounds like a question for someone in regular shoes. Like they had lines that they're taught. So that's just one of the lines. But they're taught like that's one of the ones I remembered. But they're taught to like read these, basically say these lines to kids or adults who wanted to be assholes. And he goes, really the problem, because Sal was like, do you ever run into a problem with like asshole kids? And he's like, no, the real problem was like there's some asshole adults. He goes, the kids fucking believe I'm the reason they get this delicious food at this place. I'm the owner of all of them. They think like I created all this shit. He's like, so all these kids come to me, like it's like a dream to these kids. They're seeing something come to life. They're like, the McDonald Ronald. And they're having a great time, and I give them the food that tastes amazing and give them the Coke that's better than Pepsi. And then he's like, it does all this stuff. And then then there'll be an adult that just goes, yeah, but like, what about without the makeup? And it's just like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. And it's like, you're an adult. Like, you know that the kid doesn't know, like, why are you doing this? Yeah. It's almost like, in this moment, you're being like autistically unaware of the social situation, and you're being an ass. So I don't know. It was interesting. There's a bunch of cool stuff.
That was pretty cool.
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was interesting stuff.
Diesel, did you know that?
It's kind of cool. The Packers are 3-2. The Lions got a chance to come back. All right.
Come back, Lions.
You want to say something about Ronald McDonald or whatever I was
going to say? I saw like this guy was talking about McDonald's. I don't know. He's like some health guy, but he's like McDonald's actually has like very good quality. Like their food is very good quality because he's like they're so big that like all eyes are on them. So if they have any cases of like food poisoning or fucked up shit, like then they're gonna get.
They already been
be
through
very bad
because they went through it already.
He's like, so their food. He's like their
pink
food.
Slime
he's like,
stuff.
Their food is they have like one of the best. And it's funny because I did hear that years ago when I was in high school. Like someone was like, yeah, McDonald's has like probably one of the best quality as far as like meat and stuff. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool. I got to think about. And the guy was like, he goes because he was like, I mean, it's not like it's good. I'm not saying it's like good for you to eat. He's like, I'm just saying as far as like the meat and stuff, like it's good quality. Like it's not like you're eating like, you know, garbage, fucking bad that'll like get you sick.
Yeah, it's also like everyone's going there every fucking day.
Yeah,
they're not gonna give you old shit. They like can't.
Yeah, but anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Toast. Love you guys.